While most headlines focus on Elon Musk's moves in China or his battles in Washington, a different power shift is unfolding, one almost no one's talking about. It's not happening in Beijing or Silicon Valley, it's happening just south of Texas. Because right now, Musk is quietly ditching the US for Mexico. And nobody's talking about it. Tesla, SpaceX, and the extended network of Musk-led ventures are beginning to re-anchor their production and logistics strategy, not in Asia, not in Europe, but in the Mexican industrial corridor. And what looks like a quiet expansion might actually be a complete geopolitical realignment in motion. It's not just about labor costs. It's about geopolitical leverage, manufacturing resilience, and proximity to the largest consumer market in the world. In a post-pandemic world where supply chains are weaponized and production delays ripple across continents, Musk is betting on something different. Mexico isn't just the next stop. It may be the next strategic launchpad for global innovation. And if this shift continues, it won't just redefine North American manufacturing, it could quietly alter the global balance of economic power. Let's break it down. If you care about what's really driving global power, beyond the headlines, hit that subscribe button. Welcome to Geo Capitalist, where we decode global wealth, one power shift at a time. When Musk opens a new product line or teases a new venture, it dominates headlines. But this move, it's been almost silent. Tesla's Gigafactory in Mexico, located near Monterrey, is already underway. No flashy reveal, no tweet storm, just filings, contractors, and strategic real estate acquisitions. Why the silence? Because this isn't just another plant, it's a pivot point. The location puts Tesla within 600 miles of major U.S. markets like Dallas and Houston, with rail and port access stretching to both oceans. But the real advantage is what it avoids: tariffs, customs headaches, and overseas shipping timelines. What makes this move even more fascinating is its low profile. Most multinational shifts involve months of press briefings and public incentives. Musk's Mexico move happened under the radar, not to avoid scrutiny, but to avoid noise. And that says everything. In an era where geopolitical tensions can tank valuations and delay shipments for months, silence becomes strategy. This gigafactory may produce vehicles, but it's also producing leverage. While everyone watches his headlines in the US or China, Musk is quietly building elsewhere, with fewer restrictions and faster outcomes. The question isn't why he's doing it. The question is, why now? At the height of the pandemic, it wasn't ideology that paralyzed global business. It was logistics. Ships were stuck offshore. Semiconductors sat in cargo. Automakers lost billions. And that's when companies like Tesla realized something. Distance equals risk. Freight from China to California could take 30-45 days. From Monterrey to Dallas, under 48 hours. Musk saw that time is not just money, it's margin, market share, and momentum. Mexico's location gives Tesla the power to move quickly, respond instantly, and avoid the kind of unpredictable slowdowns that plagued the 2020s. But it's more than geography. Mexico is part of the USMCA, a trade agreement that protects cross-border flows from the kind of tariff chaos that has upended U.S.-China relations. No sanctions, no export blacklists, no National Security Committee reviews. Just trade. For Musk, that predictability is priceless. China might offer scale, but Mexico offers stability. And in a world where every delay is a liability, Mexico quietly becomes the smarter bet. The broader shift away from Asia isn't about abandoning it entirely. It's about de-risking. And if you want speed, sovereignty, and scale, Mexico checks every box. Musk didn't build his empire by playing it safe, but even he can't outrun bureaucracy. In recent years, he's clashed with regulators over everything from Tesla's autopilot testing to environmental permits for SpaceX launches. And it's not just Musk. The U.S. regulatory machine is slowing down the very industries it claims to champion. The average factory permit approval timeline in California? Over 18 months. In Nuevo Leon, Mexico? Just a few weeks. This isn't a complaint. It's a business constraint. And Musk is navigating around it. The irony is that America, once the beacon of industrial speed and innovation, is becoming the bottleneck. Labor is expensive. Land is tied up in red tape. Political noise clouds business planning. Meanwhile, Mexico is rolling out incentives, simplifying approvals, and welcoming advanced manufacturing with open arms. It's not just the incentives, it's the momentum. For Musk, who operates on timelines most governments can't even comprehend, Mexico offers what the U.S. increasingly can't: velocity. He's not moving away out of frustration. He's moving towards something better. And that's a warning to anyone still assuming innovation will always orbit Washington. Musk doesn't build cars. He builds systems. And systems require efficiency. Mexico's workforce has become one of the most capable in the Western Hemisphere, with engineering schools, automotive clusters, and tech corridors all maturing in the past decade. The average manufacturing wage in Mexico remains globally competitive, but this isn't about cheap labor. It's about skilled labor, the kind that can handle EV batteries, aerospace composites, and precision robotics. But labor is just one piece. Logistics matter more. Mexico's highways, ports, and rail links connect Musk's operations directly to U.S. markets and overseas buyers. And here's where latitude comes in, literally and figuratively. Mexico offers Tesla the ability to shift production north, south, or east without hitting regulatory walls. It's a country with over 40 free trade agreements. That means parts made in Mexico can reach Europe, South America, or Asia, tariff-free and fast. This flexibility is rare, and Musk knows it. He's not just diversifying operations, he's expanding optionality. And that gives him something even more powerful than efficiency: leverage. Elon Musk still runs some of the most advanced manufacturing operations in the United States. From Tesla's Gigafactory in Texas to SpaceX's Starbase in Boca Chica, the U.S. remains home to his most visible innovation hubs. But for how long? Because if America continues to slow innovation with red tape, risk aversion, and reactive politics, it might quietly lose the very entrepreneur who made it a magnet for talent and capital. Musk doesn't chase the cheapest location. He chases the most strategic one. And right now, that's Mexico. While the U.S. debates industrial policy and reshoring strategies, Musk is already building across the border. It's not that he's abandoning the U.S., but he is hedging. And that hedge is growing stronger by the month. If the U.S. continues to impose barriers to speed, autonomy, and scale, it won't be foreign competitors that take the lead. It'll be America's own innovators, operating elsewhere. The Gigafactory in Mexico is a signal, not just of what Musk wants, but of what the U.S. might lose if it can't adapt. And when your most valuable builder starts looking next door, it's time to ask why. For decades, Mexico was viewed primarily through the lens of low-cost outsourcing. But that perception is rapidly evolving. Today, Mexico is positioning itself as a full-spectrum manufacturing and innovation partner, and Musk is leading the charge. Tesla's investment in Nuevo Leon is part of a broader shift that includes companies like Intel, Honeywell, Flex, and even GE. This isn't just about escaping risk. It's about designing resilience. Mexico's proximity to U.S. markets, combined with its expanding technical workforce, creates a regional manufacturing platform that's lean, secure, and future-facing. In many ways, Mexico has become the ideal partner for U.S.-based innovation. Close enough for rapid integration, independent enough to avoid U.S. gridlock, and nimble enough to support fast-growing industries. Musk seems to understand what's happening, even if policymakers don't. As global trade realigns around resilience and regional strength, Mexico isn't just convenient, it's essential. And for Tesla, it's not a plan B, it's part of a bigger, smarter plan A. If Musk succeeds in Mexico, and all indicators suggest he will, it could catalyze a new era of regionalized manufacturing, one that doesn't rely entirely on Asia, and one that doesn't revolve around Washington either. Mexico, strategically positioned between the U.S. and Latin America, could become the new hinge of global production. It offers the speed of domestic sourcing with the flexibility of global exports. And it isn't weighed down by diplomatic frictions that have started to dominate U.S.-China relations. Musk's Mexican bet could set the tone for how companies navigate the coming decade. By proving that advanced manufacturing can thrive outside of legacy hubs, he could trigger a wave of investment from industries tired of geopolitical volatility. From batteries to chips to satellites, Mexico could become the quiet powerhouse of the Western Hemisphere, and the companies that move early, like Tesla, will have a first-mover advantage. This isn't just a shift in geography, it's a shift in strategy, and it's happening faster than most realize. Elon Musk doesn't need to make noise about Mexico because the data speaks for itself. The permits are approved. The land is acquired. The infrastructure is growing. Behind the headlines about tweets and trials, a more strategic story is unfolding, and few are watching it closely enough. The United States still assumes it holds the center of gravity. But what happens when its greatest innovator finds better leverage across the border? Not in China, not in Germany, but in its own economic backyard. This is what makes Musk's move to Mexico so significant and so underappreciated. It's not a rejection of the U.S. It's a realization that proximity isn't enough. Flexibility, resilience, and momentum matter more. And right now, Mexico offers all three. If we follow the factories, the supply chains, and the capital flows, a new map of innovation is quietly being drawn. And the center of that map may no longer be Silicon Valley, it may be Monterrey. Musk knows it. Investors are catching on. The question is, will Washington? And there you have it. If you found this breakdown valuable, watch our next video. It connects directly to what's unfolding. And don't forget to subscribe. Your support helps us decode these global shifts without compromise. Let us know in the comments. Is Musk going global or going rogue? Either way, the world is watching. This was why Musk is ditching the U.S. for Mexico, and nobody's talking about it. Thanks for watching. En la smatindaya mai is en data brechen de a esoria formadandi. Esra sir. I'll see you in the next video.